Greetings, friends. This is important. Millions of taxpayers, especially those with lower incomes, may be accidentally leaving money on the table. Officials are encouraging all households to check if they qualify for these new tax credits. You could potentially increase your refund. Please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also know, if you would like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, which is scheduled for every Friday, please click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways.
Let me first just thank President Biden for convening us for this very important discussion to address the important challenges that are confronting the American people. It was an intense meeting, it was an honest meeting, and ultimately it was a productive meeting. We discussed 3 issues. First, the need to avoid a government shutdown and to fund the government so that we can address the needs of the American people in terms of their health, their safety, and their economic well-being. We are making real progress on the appropriations bills that are scheduled to lapse on March 1st, and I'm cautiously optimistic that we can do what is necessary within the next day or so to close down these bills and avoid a government shutdown. At the same time, it may be important to come to an agreement that's bipartisan and anchored in common sense to extend the pending expiration of the 8 additional bills that are scheduled to lapse on March 8th so that good faith, tough negotiations can continue in the absence of a government shutdown.
According to Yahoo News, the IRS's new free filing software for simple tax returns is now available in 12 states. The Direct File service, which is being piloted for the first time for 2023 tax returns, is now being offered to qualified filers in Arizona, California, Florida, Massachusetts, Nevada, New Hampshire, New York, South Dakota, Tennessee, Texas, Washington State, and Wyoming. According to experts, to qualify for a direct file, you have to have a Social Security number or individual taxpayer identification number for yourself and any spouse or dependents you claim. There are some limitations to the tax filing service. Only people who are W-2 employees and those who receive Social Security or unemployment income can use direct file. Taxpayers who use the service can only take the standard deduction and does not allow for itemized deductions. The IRS says that about 9 in 10 filers take the standard deduction. The software that powers direct file also lets taxpayers in 5 of the pilot states, which are Arizona, California, Massachusetts, New York, and Washington State, transfer their federal tax information to their respective state's online tax tool for state income tax filing. Direct file is one of many provisions enacted through the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022, which allocated $80 billion in additional funding to the Internal Revenue Service. Filing companies like H&R Block have spent millions over the years to prevent the rollout of such a product and have criticized the program as a solution in search of a problem. But millions of taxpayers, especially lower-income individuals, can inadvertently leave money on the table when using the programs from H&R Block and TurboTax, in part by missing things like the Earned Income Tax Credit and the Child Tax Credit, which could reduce your tax liability and potentially increase your tax refund. Also, friends, President Biden just met with the top 4 congressional leaders at the White House on Tuesday. This is as they scramble to avert a partial government shutdown at the end of this week. Leaders left the meeting in agreement that Congress should avoid a shutdown, though they have yet to release legislation to do so. President Biden said after the meeting, "It is Congress's responsibility to fund the government. A shutdown would damage the economy significantly, and I think we all agreed to that. Senator Chuck Schumer said he personally warned House Speaker Mike Johnson that history will judge him harshly if he does not act soon. Speaker Johnson last met with Biden more than 1 month ago on January 17th. But in the weeks since then, Johnson and congressional Democrats have failed to strike a deal on financial aid or hammer out the details of the budget agreement they reached last month on funding the government. Speaker Johnson expressed optimism that a shutdown can be avoided. He said, "We believe we can get to an agreement on these issues and prevent a government shutdown." But once again, lawmakers are racing to prevent another catastrophe of their own making. Bipartisan negotiators had been expected to announce their first tranche of appropriation bills this week to help stave off a partial shutdown. Even a partial government shutdown beginning this weekend would result in furloughs for hundreds of thousands of federal workers and halt pay for those at affected departments who still have to report to work. It would also jeopardize food aid programs for women and children, halt loans to American farmers, and freeze hiring of air traffic controllers. Well, my amazing and most awesome friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for today. My dear friends, thank you so much for being part of this community. I will be announcing several winners every Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. And friends, if you would like to enter the weekly giveaways, do make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, friends, the greater your chances of winning these giveaways. Thank you, and have a wonderful and very blessed week.